Alright, BobalosRex here. In today's video is a continuation of the reputation guides. And this one is the casual Maruuk Centaur Renown guide. And let me tell you, the Centaur are pretty cool. Alright, but let's get into it. So I'm on my old blacksmith here. Just like before, as you can see, I've been getting a lot of rep on him, easy peasy. Now, my main, who is fully completed, I'm gonna show, I just wanna I'll show this in all of them so I can keep it consistent. So my main got out way back in the day, last year, like 2 days before the Tuskar one. So the thing with Maruuk, and here's the thing, I got it late for Maruuk, because there's something about Maruuk that I'm gonna get into later. It's actually one of the easiest reps to farm up, and that's why a lot of the people that were doing like hardcore mythic raiding, this is where they got their infusions from. Alright, farming Maruuk Centaur Renown. So, first off, who are the Maruuk Centaur? Well, little did we know, alright, listen to this. Let me roll it back, right? We thought Centaur came about in Desolus, alright? In Desolus, right? Little did we know there were actually Centaur before. And honestly, this kind of makes sense. Because let me tell you something, alright? Let me tell you something. Look at this guy. Alright, look at this guy. This is Centaur. Their new models, great by the way. You see this guy, Centaur, right? Think about this. Alright? Let me roll it back. Let me show you this expansion here. Alright, because I know he's a boss here. Let's be real. What's the difference? Alright, hey! People saying, how did we get Centaur? Bro, Keepers of the Forest are Centaur. The question would be how they got here. You know, there's some timeline. There's a little bit of like gray time area where it's like, how did they get here? All right, but they're here. The Centaur are here. That's what matters, you know. Timing. Here's the thing. You can say, how did this thing happen? All right, and that's a good question. Okay, how things happen is a good question, but at a certain point you got to be like, well, they're here now. Clearly, they got here. They found a way, dude. Life finds a way. Alright, but let's get into it. So the Centaur are here on the Dragon Isles. Alright, they got here. With their Eagle Goddess. Alright, Onara. Alright. Now, Onara was in the Legion Hunter campaign, FYI. Pretty nifty. Oh, and she's chilling right here, look. There she is, look at her. That's pretty neat. Apparently, there's a thing. So there's a lot of achievements with the Centaur, and I'm not going to get too far into it, but let's talk about how you unlock it. So you come to the Dragon Isles, you help out the Dragon Scale, you do all this stuff, blah blah blah. You're going to come out here into the Onaran Plains, alright? A great zone, by the way. You're going to come out here into the Onaran Plains where you're going to meet them, you're going to unlock the rep, do the quest line, blah 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 blah. Alright, now I'm going to talk about how to get rep later. But the main thing, I'm going to tell you this in every video. If you want to get into the reps of the Dragon Isle, the first thing you should finish is Lore Master of the Dragon Isles. Do all the quests. Now, most of the Centaur quests take place here in the Onaran Plains. Literally, all of them do. You do not get Centaur rep outside of the Onaran Plains unless it's a hunt. Alright? Or you're clicking the extra rep for Centaur in Valdrakken. Or you have the Spark of Life in Valdrakken that gives you rep. But let's go over what the Centaur give you. Okay? Like I did in the last video. Why do I want to befriend the Centaur? Alright? Well, let's talk about it. So, first off, you know it's going to be profession stuff, so I'll get into that as we get there. Alright, I don't need that. Renown 1. Among the Maruuk Centaur. Alright, you unlock this immediately and you get your first quest. Boom. We're Renown 1. Renown 2, you're going to get this pretty much doing the starter quest anyways as you go through the campaign. Easy peasy. This unlocks trophies. Now the trophies, as you can see here, I have a whole bunch. I'll talk about them later. These are the turn-in item that you have, okay? And these become all the account. Here's the thing. I didn't mention this in the Dragon Scale video, but I'm going to mention it now. When you are exalted with a rep, and you get tokens like these, the trophies for the Centaur or the artifacts for the Dragon Scale, on that tune, they are account bound. So any new trophies I would get, okay, so my Demon Hunter's finished, right? My Demon Hunter's done. Any new relics, artifacts, totems, trophies, whatever, alright, whenever I get those on him, they're bind on account. This is super sweet for alts. I cannot stress enough how good reputation for alts is in Dragonflight. It's amazing. It's amazing. Alright, so you rank 2, you get trophies and you get supplies. Whoopee. Alright, now rank 3, here's where it starts getting juicy. Are you ready? You get a cooking pot, a comfortable pelt, and a comfortable pile of pelts from the quartermasters. So you get an option of 3 toys. Like before, you can also buy these toys on the tune you get it with, or you can get the Renown on an alt and then get another choice. So look, it's 2 chairs, you got 1 pellet, you got a couple of pelts, and then you got the cooking pot. Cool. Nifty little toys. Gotta love a good toy. There you go. Alright, guess what? More supplies. Gotta love Dragon Isle supplies. I'm gonna be real, I got so many supplies, I wish I had more to use them on. A mission table? Maybe that's too cringe for some. Probably best not, but I do want a place to dump my supplies at this point. Alright, here's where we start getting some big stuff. So Renown 4, you unlock the A-Lag Nomads. Will welcome you to camp wherever it happens to be in the Dragon Isle supplies. So let's talk about this camp all the way right now. So this camp rotates every 3 days. Not the bi-weekly 3.5 days, 3 days. Okay? Alright, I have to check my notes here because I actually found out something about this for the first time because it finally happened when I could be on. So, when this rotation happens, so in 2 days and 8 hours on the dot, this clan will go on a little traveling. Actually, I think this one's going to move up. So this camp will move to the next location. Okay, so either up here or over here. Alright, so maybe they'll be moving over here. But either way, this camp will move. It'll be a little event. Maybe it's like 15 minutes long. Maybe not even that. And if you are a part of it, you get rep. Kind of like how the hunts will give rep. So you get rep for each stage. Okay. There's mobs you can kill for it. And then at the end of this, I have a box on my rogue. You get a box. I don't know what's in the box, but I'm assuming, okay, if I'm right, because you have to be 70 to open the box. If you're lower than 70, you can take part in this, but you cannot open the box. So, inside the box, I'm going to assume is trophies, probably some gear, probably some other like little collectible stuff you can get. I don't think it's not like special collectibles, but it's probably just like armor. I don't even know if you can get the hunt pets, so I don't think that, but I think I'm going to be getting trophies and whatnot. But you get an extra reward box that can contain rewards, probably gold and whatnot. Alright, and gear. So that's pretty cool. But you can only catch it that 3 day, right on the dot, 15 minutes little camp transfer, alright, where they move, And there is an achievement for doing all 3 different routes. So you got to do that route, you got to do the route there, and the route there, or whatever. However it goes. I don't know what direction it goes, honestly. Well, I know this one goes up, because I was on the one where this one goes up. So that's probably it. During the 3 days this camp is up, though, listen to me. During the 3 days this camp is up, there are daily quests. Well, they're not dailies. They're marked as daily. They have the same daily icon, but they're the 3... They rotate with the camp. So they have quests. You do them when they're in that spot. Then when it rotates, there's new quests. And then when it rotates, there's new quests. So it's kind of bi-weekly, but it's not. It's every 3 days. Alright? Most of the time you're going to get 2 a week. Well, technically, you will always see 3 different ones a week. And one... Wait. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Maybe 1 week you'll... No. You have to see at least 3. So you will at least see 3 a week. But one may only have, like, 1 day left. Alright. So. Next. That was the A-Lug camp. And there is a thing later you get that can help with farming that. But now let's move on. So that's the A-Lag Nomads. That's their camp. That's how it works. 3 days. Extra quests to get rep. Then there's that little event every 3 days for 15 minutes. If you catch that, you get a little reward. And rep. More Dragon Isle supplies. Now at Renown 5, you get Dragon Isle supplies, and you get this. Call of the Hunt. So, join the hunt alongside the Maruuk Centaurs. And you're like, what is the hunt? So, this enables the Grand Hunt for your account. Alright? So, the Grand Hunt is this. So these pop up in a zone. Alright? Now I'll show you how they work in a little bit. I'll show you how they work at the end of the video. But essentially these hunts go throughout the week. They rotate on like a 2-hour thing, but they're always up. They're always in one of the zones. And then when it's in the zone, it will rotate between a couple of spots. So in Valdrakken, it will only rotate between 2. And there are these little events where there's 6 stages where you do either like kill a boss, help some people, farm some stuff, fill a bar, and you collectively work at it. I'll show it off at the end. But yeah, those are how the hunt works. You get rep for each stage completion. The rare mobs that you fight, or like the elite enemies you fight, can drop gear. The gear from the mob seems to cap at about 369, whereas the Grand Hunt has a weekly chest that lowers in value as you get it, but you can do it infinitely, by the way. And that can drop around 382 is what I was getting from the rewards. So the first box of the week is epic. I've already done it this week. Then the next box is rare, and that drops less trophies, but still can drop loot. The loot item level doesn't change. Then the next one would be green, less trophies, no difference on loot level. And then the final one is you just get like a normal colored box, and that drops 4 trophies at all the time, repeatedly farmable, and can drop loot. Alright? But it only drops 4 trophies, whereas the epic one drops 20, the rare one drops 12, the green one drops 8, and like I said, the base one drops 4. So you get rep as you do the hunt, but no rep for the end per se. The rep is essentially given to you in token form, and we'll talk about the hunt more later a little bit. So, but you get that at Renown 5. and it's a account wide. Once you unlock the hunt, you can do the hunt on all of your toons. I do a video talking about a mount. There's a mount and 2 pets you can get from the hunt, and you can do that weekly on your alts, right? So the big epic box can drop a mount. You can unlock it on your main, and then run the hunt on all your level 60 alts to try to get the mount. I talk about that in its own video. That's the Planeswalker Bearer Guide. Check that out if you want that mount, or how I farm that mount. Alright, let's get back to it. Renown 6, Dragon Isle Supplies, and a Drake Manuscript. The Drake manuscripts you get for this are about your Velocidrake. So that's the little gremlin-like dragon that uses the... It's like the bird wyvern stuff, like the pterodactyl model for dragon. You get Hornjaw and yellow horns here, so that's pretty cool. Alright, if you like that one. So at Renown 7, you unlock your first set of armaments, and again, I mentioned this in the Dragon Scale video. The way these work is you get 1 freebie, and then you can buy for supplies all the other ones. Well, supplies and like other items and whatnot. Or when you get Renown on an alt, you get a new choice and you can get it free like that. And then you also unlock the Essence of Awakening. So I'm going to talk about the Essence of Awakening. This allows you to interact with ghosts throughout the Dragon Isles. I think they're actually all in Onaran Plains, but I actually haven't done that yet. Alright, I'm pretty sure that they're in the Onaran Plains, and you can buy it for sand and supplies, or they do give you a freebie. Or here, I'm going to show you something. So, like I said, I'm over here in Maruuk. Here, let me shrink me down so I'm not blocking anything. I hope I wasn't blocking anything. Complain about it in the comments, because I'm being a noob. But over here, alright, pro tip, if you don't want to pay for the Essence of Awakening, there's a hut over here. Alright, I am right up here. There's a hut in here. You come in here, Essence of Awakening, and you get the buff. So this allows you to see the ancestors, alright? If you didn't know about that, you're welcome. But yeah, there's a freebie that you do not have to buy. Here, I need to get some speed real quick. Sorry, I goofed that Drake writing right there a little bit. Alright, so that's where it is. Remember, it was... I'm gonna pin it. It's like right up there. It's in a little hut. Fucking... It's nice. It's very nice. So, let's get back to it. So... That allows you to see spirits, ancestors, alright, around the Dragon Isles. I actually don't have them marked. I have no idea where they're at yet, okay? But they're like ghost centaurs, and a lot of them have little quests, alright? And there is an achievement associated with helping them all that gives you a Hearthstone, alright? And some of these also give stuff. I honestly... We'll have to get my own video done on this at some point, but as far as I know, it's something good to do if you're doing achievements. But I do not know all the different goodies you can get from it at the moment. And then, as far as the armor goes, I can show off a couple of those pieces. Here, let's look. It's a bunch of different helms for this first one. So you got these, as you can see, and you got the little fancy hats. Alright, and then there's different colors. Like I said, you get a freebie, and the vendor's over there. You get a freebie, and then you'd have to buy the rest. Alright, now let's get back to it. At Renown 8, you actually unlock a pet and more supplies. Oh wait, I was getting excited over a pet. But yeah, the pet is good. You get it, it's one pet. You just got to get on one character. Pretty nice. It's not multiple. Then at Renown 9, here we go. This is a good one. So you get supplies, buff to your hunts. So what this does is it allows you to bring either a bird or a dog around with you. And then you can also unlock customizations for them through rewards from the hunt. And those are account-wide. Remember, a lot of the stuff is account-wide unlocks. And get the different colors. There is an achievement associated with it. That's what I was going to say. There's an achievement associated with it. I've already got that. It's pretty easy to get, especially if you're grinding for the Planeswalker. It's super easy to get, and it's account-wide. Then this is a quest chain. So this quest chain unlocks a mount. It takes 5 days to complete. And it starts, okay? So you have to do the intro quest. All right, it's gonna you're gonna be incentivized to have done the intro quest. All right, the quest that leads you there is called Trouble in the Pines, and that leads you to the Oniri Springs. All right, this is the Tiavan quest, and that leads you to the Oniri Springs. You do this quest line, and then there's like a little extra quest line like at the end. If you've done this before, you've unlocked the mount, you won't see the extra quest line at the end. But then if you do it again, you'll see that there's an extra quest line that has you help Lizzie, and then you can continue it at Renown 9, right? I'm at Renown 9, right? That's where I'm at. Not 8. At Renown 9, and then you do that for 5 days, and you get this mount. And it's Lizzie with 2 eyes and 1 Z. Alright. This mount is unique. There's no other mount that uses this model, like this design. It's super cool. I love it. 10 out of 10 mount. Lizzie great. Alright, so that's at Renown 9. Spend 5 days and you get your mount. Alright, just do the quest line. Get it all unlocked. Easy peasy. Alright, at Renown 10, you unlock Word of an Ally 1 for Maruuk, which is account-wide. It helps you bump up your alts to Renown 10 to help you get more of the armor, per se, or whatever. Call of the Hunt 3 allows you to get more unlocks for your hunting companion. I'll show that screen right now, and Dragon Isle supplies. So you can actually access that screen from this guy. Faux drum. Look here. So I would choose either, do I want the eagle or the dog? You can switch that whenever you want. Then you choose what it gives you. Then you can choose what it does, and then there you go. So that's choosing for the bird, and I just swap here. Easy peasy, you know. Here, I'll just mouse over what they do if you want to see real quick. Alright, we got a bite. Alright, so this is for the bird, this is for the dog, this is for both, and then you can swap between the two there. Also, here's how you can customize their peanut. Their appearance! I wanted to say appearance. I don't know. I feel like I said a bad word, but then I'm thinking back, like, was it though? Because it wasn't even a full word. Appearance. Their appearance. Their appearance. Alright. So, there you go. Oh my god. This one's definitely got a lot more wild stuff than the Dragon Scale one. Alright, now at Renown 11, here's where we're going to get into cool stuff. So listen up. At Renown 11, you unlock Boots 376, alright? And then you unlock the A-Lag Windstone. Now the Windstone works like this. You get it, it's permanent, alright? Oh, I did have some Essence of Awakening. I did, honestly. Alright, so it's right here. Oh, it's not infinite. So you got 5 charges of this thing. And you want to know what this does? It sends you to the camp. From wherever you're at. I'm not going to go there because it's going to shoot me way far. I don't want to deal with that. Alright, so you can use that if you're like, oh shoot, I need to get to the camp, it's ending soon. Boom, pop that, get your dailies 3-day dailies done. And then try daily? I don't know what you'd call it. But here, quick about these boots. Actually, I'll talk about the boots and the other item later at the same time. So you get access to 376 boots. The boots aren't you don't get access to them account wide, but when you get to Renown 11 on the tomb, they get access to these boots, just like the Dragon Scale. The gear isn't account wide, but a lot of these unlocks are. All right, Call of the Hunt gives you a new ability. You know what I was just showing you at the guy. Then you got Dragon Isle supplies, and then this increases the supplies you get from defeating beasts and like rares and whatnot. There was something I missed, and I'm going to talk about it right now. So at Renown 8, right here, there is an enchanting recipe. So enchanters actually have a recipe from every rep, but they only get the crafting bonus from the reps that I'm going to tell you. But they do get a recipe at Renown 8. It's one for speed to boots, I think, and one other one. I can't remember the names off the top of my head. If I was on my rogue, I could show you. But yeah, so we're back to Renown 12. You get hunting, you get more supplies from defeated beasts, and then you also get more supplies and your hunts get buffed. Now in Renown 13 is when you start getting more profession stuff for the professions that I'm about to tell you. So profession 1 is blacksmiths. Blacksmiths need to befriend the centaur as well as alchemists, leather workers, herbalists, and skinners. Alright? So at Renown 13, you'd get recipes for blacksmithing, leatherworking, and alchemy. So for blacksmithing, I'm getting weapon plans. I don't remember what leatherworker gets, but I think it's like an armor kit and something else. And then alchemists, again, I don't know exactly what they get, but they get recipes at this Renown as well. And then also you get more armaments, which are cosmetic shoulder appearances. Now let me show some of them off real quick, because they're easy to show. Alright, right here. And they are cosmetic, so they can be used on any armor type. These are just some colors of them. Remember how the appearances work. You get one freebie, and then you have to buy the rest, but if you get more alts, you can get more freebies. Good to go. Alright. Now at Renown 14 is when you get your crafter's knowledge. Now I've talked about this before. All the Renowns have crafter knowledge for specific professions. The one at 14 is 5 spec points. The one at 24 is 10. Or for gatherers, it's 10 and 15. You know, because gatherers get extra. So the professions, they get 5 spec points and 10 if it's a gatherer. At Renown 14 with the centaur are alchemy, blacksmiths, herbalists, leatherworkers, and skinners. Alright? So herb and skinning would get 10. Alchemy, blacksmithing, leatherworking would get 5 spec points. And then the second thing you get Renown 14 is a toy, which is a mailbox for your account. Since it's a toy, it's account wide. This is one of 3 toys that are mailboxes. You have Katie Stamp Whistle, you have Molly, the engineering toy, which requires engineering to use, and this one. This one everyone can use, even if you don't have the Renown. It's great. Love having a portable mailbox. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Alright, next rep up, or next Renown up, is more manuscripts for your BobalosRex. You get Spike Tail, Long Snout. Remember, you get one freebie and you can buy the other manuscript, or you level an alt and get them both. But the manuscripts just cost Renown, so they're pretty cheap. I usually buy the manuscripts for the customizations. Then you get more supplies. Alright, now we're at Renown 16. You become stronger while you hunt. Good for me. And more supplies. Oh wait, I did miss something. So on Renown 15, right here at Renown 15, if you're inscription, you get a manuscript. I think that's what it was. You get something at Renown 15 for inscription. Alright? You get a recipe. Alright. Now Renown 16. Alright, yeah, more hunting. More supplies. Renown 17. This one gets you cosmetic Centaur weapons and shields. I'm not going to go searching for that, but there's some pretty cool designs. Actually, here, I'll just head over to the vendor. The vendor's over here, and the way this one works is she gives you a token to then use to buy the... Is it you? No, it's this guy. Weapon Master Illume. So he gives you a ticket to get a freebie one. And yeah, they got a whole bunch. So you got knives, you got sledges, you got tongs, you got a spear. More hammers, more spears, nice little axe, another spear, and then a nifty little shield here. I've already got some, but yeah. You get a little token and you can buy a weapon from him. That's pretty cool. Alright. Now I think we were at 17. Now at 18 you get more supplies, more hunting efficiency, and then at Renown 18 you get a lot more recipes. So let's talk about these recipes. So for blacksmithing, we get profession tools. We get leatherworker's knife and a skinning knife. Interesting that blacksmith would get the tools from Centaur that help the other professions that get stuff from Centaur. You know, I've had my blacksmith making tools for my leatherworker over here, so that's pretty nifty how they like merged it. The other professions that get recipes here are alchemists, and leatherworkers. I think leatherworkers also get profession tools. Alchemists don't have profession tools. Maybe they... I don't know if alchemists get something at this level, but they may. But I know alchemists get something at a later level that we're going to talk about. Maybe they do. Maybe this is the one. So if you're an alchemist, you can check your renown track and it will tell you if you're the profession, if you get something here. Okay? FYI. Just in case I missed something. But... oh wait, that's it. The inscription one's later. Alright, but for blacksmithing and leatherworking, you unlock tools. Alright, for leatherworking, I think it's like the pelt pack for skinning, the helmet, the skinning helmet, and whatnot. So, profession tools at Renown 18. You get hunting efficiency, which gives you more supplies from defeated beasts for a total of 50%. That stacks on the other one. Renown 19, we get Dragon Isle supplies, more manuscripts. Now, the cool part about these manuscripts, and if I ever make the Rainbow Dragon Guide, I'll talk about it, all of them together. This rep at Renown 19 gives you green mode for all your drakes. So in your Highland Drake, you get green scales. On your Proto Drake, you get green scales. And on your Cliffside Wilder Drake, you get green scales. Now, the Proto Drake one was bugged for a while, but they did fix it. But yeah. Pretty cool. I like the green scales on my Drakes. I use the green Proto Drake on my Hunter, which is pretty cool. Alright, now at Renown 20, which I am going to say, get attuned to Renown 20 in all the reps. All the Renowns. Because that will help you get bonus rep for all your alts. Alright? I said it in the Dragon Scale one, I'm saying it here. Word of a Worthy Ally 2. On this account, you gain 100% additional reputation with the Maruuk Centaur while the Renown is below rank 20, and 200% if below rank 10. This makes you... Dude, you can breathe and be Renown 10 on an alt once you get 20 on them. Almost. And that's great for getting the early recipes and whatnot. For like enchanting and stuff. You also get a buff to the hunt. For your beast, then you get even stronger. And guess what? More supplies. Wonderful. Now at Renown 21, you get something that I'm showing off right here. Is you get a little banner. For the different Centaur clans. And I'm going to show them all here. So you get the Tirai, the Nokudan, or the Nokud, the Onir, and the Shakar. So that's pretty sweet. I like more customization stuff for back pieces. I'm a huge fan. So that's at 21. Then at 22, I have this thing written down. So you get more Call of the Hunt, power, more dragon supplies, and you get more recipes here. So blacksmiths get this prototype explorer's barding, which is used for Drake armor recipes, I believe. Leather workers also get a recipe for like barding. No. They get the barding. Leather workers get a recipe for Drake stuff as well here. I think this is also when alchemists get the recipe for a special item. It could be at 18, but alchemists get a recipe for some kind of like incense. Oh, you get one incense, I think, at 18 and one here, I think is what it is. But the incense is used for a mount in some of the ancestors' quests. Alright? So, there's that. And then, if you have inscription, if you're a scribe, at Renown 22, you get the contract. Alright? Scribes will always get contracts for the Renown or / rep in question at a certain point. So if you're a scribe, you do have to get all reps if you want all the contracts. Alright? And that's at Renown 22. Now at Renown 23, you get the hunting horn. And you're like, wait, what's the hunting horn? So, I don't have it on my warrior. I have it on my death knight. Not my death knight, my demon hunter. So it's a little horn that essentially activates hunt mode wherever you go. It summons your companion, activates your bonuses wherever you're at in the Dragon Isles for... I don't know how long. I've never used it, honestly. But it's a nifty little thing that you can do. You know, if you find yourself in the world, you can use your horn, give yourself a buff. It's probably worth it. Alright, now at Renown 24, and this is going to be the case for the rest of the reps going through, you get Crafter's Knowledge for specific professions. This is 10 spec points for crafty professions. 15 spec points for gathering professions. Those professions for Maruuk are alchemists, blacksmiths, leather workers, herbalists, and skinning. Alright. And then also at Renown 24, you get access to the 389 chest piece, which is pretty good. It's pretty good, especially if you're fresh 70. If you already have this rep, it's going to be nice, just getting a 389 piece. And then at Renown 25, you get a Primal Infusion, like for all the reps, and you get a title called... Here, let's put it up. It's Consguard. You right? Consguard. It literally said it right there. Oh, it doesn't say it right there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Consguard. Oh my god, I can't find it. I don't think it's... Maybe it is just Consguard? Yeah, it is. You get Consguard as a title, which is cool. If you like that. You know, it's thematic, it fits. Alright, you know, it may not be for everyone. So, I'm gonna go talk about this armor that I was just talking about. So, the way the armor works for Maruuk is slightly different than the armor works for the other reps. And I want to show this off because it's very interesting. Alright. So you're going to come over here. So look at this armor. 376. Alright, there's the boots that it was saying I get. And then here's the chest piece. 389. These have quest requirements, which is very interesting. Okay? But guess what? They don't have level requirements for the Centaur. So, before my hunter was 70, he was wearing these boots. Alright, so if my rogue had unlocked these boots, he could be wearing these boots. They just have a quest requirement. So that's very cool for alts, that you can be rocking 376 and 389 gear if you grind the rep with the Centaur. Alright, that's pretty freaking cool, if you ask me. Alright. Now, we've gone through the Renown. This has already gone on super long. This may be longer than the Dragon Scale one. Who knows? I thought it was going to be quicker. So, grinding Centaur rep is a fun thing, let me tell you. Well, it depends on how you feel about certain things. But Centaur rep is actually super easy. And I'm going to go over this in every video, but here, let's show this off. So you see this little dragon icon over here in your mini-map? If you click this, drop-down menu comes out, and then you can click a rep, pump that in, and then it will highlight where you can get rep. Alright, as you can see this quest here. Oh, it's a blacksmithing quest. Okay. But as you can see these world quests here, give me Maruuk rep. You will never see Maruuk rep outside of the Onaran Plains other than the hunts. Or those very specific quests. Alright? That's the thing about the Centaur. They're very Onaran Plains centric, but they have a lot of ways to get reps, and one of the easiest ways to grind out rep. Alright? So, I talked about the A-Lag camp. Alright, so I'm going to head over and show it off, okay? And then I'm going to show off the hunt. As the last thing. So, like with the Dragon Scale, the Centaur have a turn-in item called the Centaur Hunting Trophies. You get these from killing rares across the Dragon Isles. Alright? You get trophies. You can get them from some treasures. The magic chest can drop everyone's. And then there's like Centaur treasure chests in Nakud Hold and around Onaran Plains that you can loot that will also have trophies as well. And these are the 3-day dailies, alright, that you can do. They give supplies and a lot of rep, as you can see. 300 rep, 150 rep, 150 rep, and there's 4 of them per camp. So when this resets in 2 days, 8 hours, it's going to be another set of 4. And they're just usually easy stuff around the area. Not too bad. Gives you decent rep. Alright. Now, one of the biggest... Okay, also to note, the Centaur trophies actually give you more rep than the other ones do per trophy. So for artifacts, 20 artifacts turn into 300 Dragon Scale rep, whereas 20 trophies turn into 500 Centaur rep. Here, I'll show you. See, I got 500 rep, whereas the artifacts give 300 per 20. So that's interesting. So it's very easy to calculate the Maruuk rep. I did a lot of calculations when I was grinding it about how many hunts I'd have to do. So each hunt, if you go through the whole thing, you get 90 rep for each stage. And then at the end, if it's an epic one and you get 20, you get 500. So you get 590, alright? So it's super easy to calculate. And then when it starts lowering, you can then calculate it's 5 hunts for 20 trophies. So it's 90 times 5 plus 500 per 5 hunts. And I was doing all those calculations when I was grinding the rep the first time, because the Centaur rep grind is very straightforward and actually pretty easy, especially if you use my strategy. I'm going to talk about that right here. So Centaur, so look at this. I'm over here in Valdraken, right? And this hunt's nearly done, right? So I'm going to actually go help this one. So we're going to fly over to the hunt. You can check on your map, because some of these have stuff that pop up in a different area, but if you're in a hunt, it will show the location of them. Hold on, I'm getting lost here. It will highlight the area on your map to where the mob is. So over here, everyone's killing this, and this is one of the elite ones, and as you can see now, my Ahuna abilities and stuff popped up. So this is one of the rare mobs. So this can drop some loot. As you can see from my add-on, it's saying I can get some drops from it. You know, some armor or weapons or whatnot. They all have some loot tables for different rewards. And then to start the hunt, you talk to Tomul. To end the hunt, you talk to Tomul. And then as you can see, I got the hunt spoils, and since I've done it 3 times this week, I'm down to the normal supply level, and it gives me some supplies and trophies. But here's the thing, right? And here's how I'm gonna end the video, all right? Because you pretty much got all the knowledge from Maruuk Centaur. You know, do side quests, do main quests, do all the quests in Renown Plains. You know, get trophies, kill rares. That's what you do to get the rep. And my trick to you, alright, if you really want to get this rep grinded out, it's something called thinking about where to AFK. Probably like, wait, what? Where to AFK? So, I AFK a lot, right? It's everyone's right to walk away from the computer. You know, you can AFK anywhere. AFK a feast, you're gonna get less rep, but you can do it. It's a thing that's gonna happen naturally. People are gonna do the hunts naturally. People are gonna do the feast naturally. These events are gonna end. They're gonna start and end independently of you. All right. So what I like to do, and what I did when I was grinding this rep, is I would bring the tune that I need the rep on, or I need the hunt done, over to where the hunt is, be like, alright, I got other stuff to do. Then I'd walk away. Come back. Oh my god, it did itself. It did itself. Oh man. You know? And I got my rewards, I got my rep. You know, win-win for everybody. Alright? And that's where I'm going to leave the video. Because that's how easy Centaur rep is. If you want to grind it effectively, do the hunts quickly, help them out. But if you're just like, hey, I'm not going to be on, or I'm not going to be around, park a character in a hunt and see what happens. Valdraken for me is the best spot, because listen to this. Pro tip. Valdraken only rotates between 2. If you're going to be gone for like hours or 30 minutes, just keep the character logged on in one of these spots. It will rotate over to the next one, and then rotate right back, and you'll get even more hunts done. Alright? But that's been Centaur rep. It's pretty easy to grind. I'm just going to real quick recap the profession, like recap everything. So, the Centaur are the Renown for the Renown Plains. They're Centaur of the Dragon Isles. Pretty cool. As far as Renown stuff, it's a lot of stuff for hunts. You know, nifty transmog, a mailbox, and then profession goodies. The professions in question are alchemists, blacksmiths, leather workers. Inscription and enchanting have a couple of recipes. And then herbalism and skinning get the bonus spec points. Alright. There's the A-Lag camp for extra dailies. You got Grand Hunts, which can drop 2 pets and a mount. And plenty of gear. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. That's the Centaur. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one, which is probably going to be Tuskar. Bye-bye.